In this episode of Torres Journeys, we pack our bags, pick up our rental car, and hit the Turkish highway. We make it all the way to Ephesus, and this is just the beginning on this episode of Torres Journeys. Julia and I are having a quick breakfast. Not quick, we're having breakfast one last time at one of our favorite restaurants. And then we'll be heading out. So we got everything packed up. Julia's an amazing packer.
Experienced. Sure.
Original bag. Picked up this in Ukraine. That was in Vietnam, but just for 2 jackets. Now it's grown into our kitchenware and everything else. Ooh. Yeah. All right, so we're on the bus and headed to the airport. Only had to carry our bags a half a mile.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, I think today I realized that we do have a lot of stuff with us.
Yeah, I think we do. Julia just arrived to the airport. We got all of our stuff here, and now we're gonna head downstairs and meet the guy for our rental.
Well, I had bad looking, okay.
Julia and I are here with the rental guy, hooking up us up with the best car, right?
Best car, we give you the best car.
The best car and the best price.
Are you ready?
Wait till you. We're in no rush. We're ahead of time, I think. It's only 12, so ahead of time. We have no rush. I had the GoPro. Where is it? You are ready. Well, we got our car. And now we're gonna hit the Turkish highway.
Trips at 7 hours and 30 minutes one way to Izmir. So we have 2 hours and 30 minutes left to our destination. JC, how are you feeling?
You can use a plane right about now.
It's 7 o'clock, 7:20, and we are arriving to Izmir. We drove 520 kilometers so far, and it's sunset time.
One problem about checking into these hotels, you have to be very smart how to park your car on a sidewalk. Reminds me of parts of Asia, even though we are on the Asian continent. Everything is narrow. So right now we're checking into our hotel. It's Julia. Everything okay so far?
Yeah. Sometimes I forget where I put the things and we have to take it out.
So we're both tired. We're gonna go eat and get a good night rest. And then tomorrow we will be going to Ephesus and then heading up to those salt flats. Not flats, but those salt things. And is this Miami? This is exactly Miami. It's Brickell, that building. There, yeah, it is. Cool. 305s everywhere. So we can see our hotel room. Not bad for $21, right, Julia?
Yeah.
So now we're gonna shed all of our bags off of our backs. And since we have curfew, we're gonna go out and grab something to eat real quick. But one thing about doner kebab, I like them.
Yeah.
But it comes a limit to where I can no longer, I still taste it from lunch. I don't want it for dinner now.
No.
Oh, we got maybe the cafeteria food over here.
Let's check.
Which way do we go? We go this way? Oh, that's a hotel. Oh, it's closed. So, looks like this is it. They serve bread with everything. And my stomach doesn't want the bread anymore. Julia, do you want some bread?
Well, I like bread when it's warm and nice. It seems like this bread been here for a while, so.
Yeah, it's definitely been there. We are at the very end of the day, and we are getting the leftovers, which is fine. I'm hungry. It's ready. Actually, here it comes right now. Thank you. Of course, we're gonna get some rice with it. Like that? Thank you so much. All right, this is where we leave you. We're gonna eat. After a long day, Julie and I are going to get ready for bed, get up early, and start tomorrow. But today was a good day. The drive was easy. The roads are as expected. I mean, they're nice, no potholes. We did avoid the toll roads. It probably added about an hour.
Yeah.
But totally worth it. The guy says it's gonna be like 73 euros just for tolls. I don't know if that's completely true, but...
Well, there were a lot of them, so it may be true.
Yeah. But there is a way to take different roads without taking the toll roads. But anyways, it was a pretty straightforward drive. Lots of gas stations, lots of places to pull off. Scenery was okay. There's nothing too grandioso, but it is the countryside, green grass, some trees, and it's a pretty easy drive, really.
Yeah.
Just watch out for the trucks, because there's a lot of them. But we are off to bed for tonight. See you later. Bye. So good morning. Today it's Tuesday. We got up early. We had some breakfast, and now we're checking out of our hotel.
Yep.
And we are back on the road.
Good morning again. We are on the road already, and it's before 10 o'clock, which is surprisingly good. And
now we're on our way to Ephesus, which is about 1 hour away. This is the parking lot that you want to be in. And parking is 15 Turkish lira. Tickets are 100 Turkish lira. So this is just for the 100 Turkish liras.
Yes.
And then it's 185 extra?
no.
185 lira for museums included.
Okay,
Regular ticket 100 lira.
okay. So now time for a quick fact. Ephesus was one of the first libraries, and it had over 12,000 books.
Also, Ephesus was listed in a list of 7 wonders of the world in ancient times.
And the first time I visited Ephesus was in the year of 2000. At Ephesus, they are actually in the process of restoring a lot of this. They have some cranes, they have a lot of construction equipment, and I think they're going to put it back together as best they can.
Now we are walking on the main boulevard that leads to the library, which is right behind me.
Along this road, there was several shops on either side, kind of like a bazaar or a marketplace. So when you'd walk down the marble floor, down the marble path, you would have shops both to your left and right. Since it's COVID-19 right now, this place is completely empty, but normally it would be packed full of buses and people coming from the cruise lines. So coming here 20 years ago and now returning today, there's actually just 2 things I remember about Ephesus. One, it's where one of the first libraries was created. And 2, I just remember one of the first toilets of modern times where they actually had flowing water through the aqueducts. So you go into like a public bathroom, you would go to the restroom and the water would flush it away. That's the only 2 things I remember about Ephesus. Julie, what was your time like here today?
I really enjoyed. I would spend, I don't know how much time just to look at the Ephesus. You just look at the view and you just taking it all in because you don't know if you'll come here in 20 years again.
And then remember we saw the theater.
Yeah.
What I show you about the theater? That guy was...
Oh, there's one specific spot where you stand and if you clap or do some noise, all the theater will hear it. You will have to stay in a specific spot over there.
Yeah, it's designed acoustically, so if you're singing or putting on a show, what it might be, everybody in the theater can hear it from no matter where you sit. I think it's 60,000 people can sit in there, which look at modern day stadiums, you're like, wow. But again, these are people shoulder to shoulder, all crowded in. But it's definitely a great time. We spent about 2 hours here.
Yeah, I would say so.
2 hours. And with no crowds, you can take some really great pictures. So I think we're going to call it a day here at Ephesus. What do you think, Julia?
Yes, and now we're going back on the road.
Yep, another road trip. Thanks for watching. Not pay the tolls, Julie and I are taking the backcountry, and it's definitely in the farm field. Can I go straight? And that I mean we are seeing
and smelling
and yeah. Well, we finally made it.
And we drove 250 kilometers here to Pamukkale.
This is our hotel room. This is actually a new hotel. It's really nice. And they have parking, of course.
And we have the view.
Oh, the view, yes. They have several rooms here. We have a nice room. Actually, those mountains have snow on top of them. And I think it's kind of burning season in northern Africa. And that's where all this fog smoke comes from. So the hotel actually will cook dinner. Of course, it's additional fee. I think the chicken was what, 35 Turkish lira? But they'll actually do lamb skewers as well. I think that was 50 or 55. 50. So if you just let them know once you arrive here, they'll go and get it. It takes about 30 minutes to cook.
Yeah. It's much easier to eat here than go look around because it's a small village and not that many places here.
Especially during right now.
Yeah.
So we are going to unpack, rest a little bit, get up in the morning, and go to the salt. What are they officially called?
Thermal pools.
Yeah, the salt pools. We'll call it that. So we'll see you guys for now.